scheduled programming to bring you this presentation of Pendleton Heights basketball on the Arabian Sports Network.
And it looks like the Arabians are going to win the tip. Ball goes to Whitney Werble, who kicks it all the way up to a freshman, Olivia Jones. And just 6 seconds into the season, they get their first points.
Back to Mamie Trout, finds Hupfer in the post as Ada Hupfer can't get it to fall, gets her own rebound, puts up another shot, and it's good for Ada.
Bullseye!
This is Pendleton Heights basketball on the Arabian Sports Network on 91.7 WEEM.
Welcome to the pregame interview with the Lady Arabians basketball coach, Coach Rogers. How are you doing today?
Doing good. Thanks for having me.
That's good to hear. But with this, we're going to start with some questions. These past 2 games haven't been what you wanted to see, but great sparks. One of those includes Skylar Baldwin totaling 11 rebounds and 4 steals the past 2 games. What impact has she had on the team?
Yeah, Skylar, we talk a lot about her, getting through senior night with Connorsville and, just seeing the growth. I obviously wasn't here when she was a freshman, but, seeing the growth and maturity that she's had from her sophomore year to now is pretty impressive. And, she does things on the defensive side of the ball. She does a good job of making sure that we're in what we're supposed to be. And, there's a good chance that we probably wouldn't be where we are today without her. So, she's integral to what we're trying to do here, and she's going to be a big part of this sectional push.
Also, another key player, of course, is Casey Werfel, totaling 48 points, 6 steals, and 13 rebounds over the past 2 games as well. What kind of impact has she made for the team?
Yeah, Casey, we've talked about this before. I think sometimes that, you almost become kind of numb to some of the things that she does. It almost becomes an expectation more so than, kind of seeing the things that she does. She's grown so much mentally, decision-making, her shot's gotten better. But once again, she's an important part of this team. She also couldn't achieve those goals without the rest of her team, rebounding and getting her the ball and doing good things. So, we expect nothing less than excellence. And I know that's what she strives for. And, that's what we're all trying to strive, for as a team as well. So, I expect nothing less, and I know she's excited. She's ready to, get this sectional push going and see what we can do.
With that being said, we know you can play against high caliber teams, as we saw against North Central. You may not have finished how you wanted to, but what can you take away from that game?
Yeah, I think we've talked about it a little bit on the coaches show and other pre-games. What's the kind of the hard pill to swallow on that one, so to speak, is, we probably had the 3 best quarters we've played all year. And then to have, to end it on that 4th where we were kind of out of sorts and, just kind of let adversity get to us. That's tough. But like I've said, I think we acknowledged how great those 3 quarters were. We go back, we try, we watched on film some of the things that happened, and I think we try to move past that, and hopefully it's a good lesson learned for this postseason.
You play Muncie Central tonight, and what are some things you're looking forward to see from your team, and what are some things you've done to maybe not distract your team, but help yourself? Sure.
I think number 1 is going to be discipline. I think, everybody knows what their record is. Everybody knows what our record is. I think for us, we just have to play our game. Sometimes teams that play real up-tempo and, dribble drive a lot, sometimes that can kind of translate into causing chaos just because it's a lot of unpredictability and things like that. We just have to make sure that we're controlling the circumstances that we can control and playing Lady Arabian basketball. So, we're going to be tough defensively. We're going to look to get out in transition. We're going to look to get good shots, and if they're not, we'll run something and try to get a good look out of that. But we need to not foul, and we need to have a really good defensive effort.
With that being said, that is all for the pregame interview here on 91.7 WEEM.
Are you constantly bored and tired on your way to school or work? Then you should tune into the Arabian Roundup. With your hosts Kennedy Quinn and Bella Myers, your morning will never be dull. The Arabian Roundup is from 5 to 7 a.m. Tuesday through Friday. But wait, you can't forget about the Arabian Stampede. You can tune to the Arabian Stampede while waiting to get out of the parking lot after school, on your way to work, and so on. You can catch your hosts Gracie Wolf, Samuel Duffer, and Layla Reef every Tuesday through Friday from 3 to 5 p.m. Get something fun out of your day with our WEEM shows.
Hey, are you okay?
No.
What's wrong?
I can't listen to 91.7 WEEM because I'm not in my car.
Well, don't you fear. Our app is here.
Tired of not being able to listen to Pendleton's best radio station, 91.7 WEEM, anywhere and everywhere? Try out our app. With the 91.7 WEEM app, you get the best hits. Our station now goes where our listeners go. Find 91.7 WEEM in app stores today. Available for Apple and Android.
Thank you so much for telling me about the 91.7 WEEM app, found in Apple and Android app stores.
Some see a student athlete working on a shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Some see a student athlete working hard in the weight room. We see a future leader learning there are no shortcuts to success. Some see a start to a swim meet. We see the starting blocks for life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
3.2 points a game, coming off of a 5-point performance against Noblesville, where she shot 67% from the floor. Casey Warfel at the 3. Of course, she's averaging 25.2 points a game, the leading scorer for the Arabians, coming off of a 21-point performance. Bree Perry is at the 4 spot. She's averaging only 0.7 points a game, but she's kind of a new member into that starting lineup there. We've only seen her there a couple times so far this season. Then finishing off the group, as usual, is going to be freshman Ada Hupfer. She's averaging a double-double, 10.8 points a game, 11.1 rebounds a game. She's coming off of a 6-point game where she shot a very rough 10% from the field, so she's looking to improve when it comes to that offensive efficiency. Arabians are led by, of course, head coach Nick Rogers, and then Muncie Central, they're led by head coach Jayla Scaife. But starting off here, as the players take the floor at center court for the tip for the Arabians, as usual, it's going to be freshman Ada Hupfer, standing at 6'3", has won a majority of her tips so far this season. And then for Muncie Central, they are at center court. It's going to be number 3, Conyers. Ada Hupfer, I'd say about 5-6 inches on her.
Yeah, I don't think they have a girl over 6 foot to guard Ada. One thing I want to mention about this starting lineup, Casey Warfel named to the first team All-State for the state of Indiana. And then Mamie Trout getting her first official varsity start of her career. Coming here in the sectional. So this should be a very fun game. Student section looks packed as well for Pendleton Heights.
All is up, and we are underway here this evening. First round of sectionals. Winner go home. Arabians win the tip. Skylar Baldwin takes it up. Kicks it over Casey Warfel. An early 3 from the right wing. Rattles in and out, but Ada Hupfer crashes the board. Misses the putback shot. Muncie Central recovers. Here come the Bearcats. Douglas, a bit too fast. Got to slow things down there. Throws it out of bounds. Pendleton Heights getting it right back.
Yeah, and just a bit too strong in that pass there from Douglas. Trying to get it to White there on the fast break.
0-0, 30 seconds deep into this one. Warfel gets it in the near corner, driving. Gets it back, nearly turns it over. Misses the easy put-up shot. Casey Warfel gets it and puts it in off of the glass. The Arabians get the first points, and another turnover. Casey Warfel didn't go all the way back to play some defense. Instead, try to get the turnover right away, and sure enough, she did. Arabian's going to inbound underneath the basket. 2-0, Pendleton Knights leading.
Yeah, and I think early on, Coach Rogers told his girls, set the tone and assert yourselves here in this first round of sectionals because anything can happen.
Hupfer gets it off the inbound. Over to Perry, top of the key. To Trout. Down to the low block. Hupfer, 3. White jersey's on her in a travel. A lot of contact. She spun, put up a shot, but it was blown off. And so far, a total of 3 turnovers. Nope, 4, as the Arabians are going to get it right back. Casey Warfel, high step, underhand, layup. Putting on the moves. Her first basket. Arabians lead 4-0, a minute deep.
That's why Casey Warfel was named to the first team All-State, able to just create her own shots with a good post move.
Poked out of bounds by Casey Warfel. Ball will stay down here to the right with the Bearcats. Caden Smith will come in for Muncie Central, subbing out Katie White. So an early substitution for the Bearcats. Smith gets it off the inbound. Setting up things here at the logo. Over to Douglas. Left front court. Over to Robertson. Hand off to Smith. Smith swinging it around. Back outside. Conyers driving right side. Bounce pass to the low block. Robertson. Ada Hupfer having none of that. Grabs it out of the air. On the other end, Trout in the corner. Bounce pass to the inside. Perry lost it.
Yeah, just a little hesitation there on the pass from Trout.
But Hupfer gets it right back. We're playing ping pong here early. And Hupfer finishes on the fast break. We got to take a timeout. Turnovers on top of turnovers. But the Arabians scoring 6-0. Pendleton Knights leading with 6:10 to play in the first. We're going to take a quick break with them. You're listening to the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM.
This presentation of the Arabian
91.7 WEEM is looking for advertisers for our video sports streaming. Be a part of the Arabian Sports Network's video broadcasting, bringing football as well as boys and girls basketball to the Pendleton community and beyond. Averaging over 100 views in the first year, WEEM's video streaming will only grow. And here's your chance to get in on the ground floor. For more information, contact Christian Harmon and become a part of the Arabian Sports Network. 91.7 WEEM.
Like helping student athletes build character, become better people, and prepare for life. I'm Brian Lewis.
And I'm Chris Kaufman. We're both assistant commissioners of the IHSAA. And we believe the purpose of high school sports is much greater than what the scoreboard says.
It's about teaching. It's about growth. It's about developing the whole person, not just the athlete.
That's our number one priority. Every sport, every student athlete, every day.
Let's champion what we believe in. Like learning, like character, like integrity.
If you support the mission of high school sports and the life lessons they teach, then buy a ticket to your high school's athletic events. Join us in being a champion of high school sports.
This is what we do. This is what we believe. This is your IHSAA.
Back to Lady Arabian basketball on the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM.
We welcome you back here to Pendleton Heights High School. Scoreboard, Pendleton Knights leading now 7-0 as Ada Hupfer hits the rebound. We're already in play here coming out of the Muncie Central timeout. Of course, the Arabians so far dominating. Ada Hupfer got fouled while we were on break. Head to the free throw line, made her first. Misses the second, off of the back iron. Rebounded, Muncie Central. Bearcats back on offense. Isum lost her footing, picked up by Casey Warfel. Warfel on the fast break. Got it to go off the glass for 2.
Yeah, and Casey Warfel, just someone you really don't want to go up against defensively.
Arabians now leading 9-0. 5 minutes and 31 seconds to play in the first. Smith, the sophomore, with it at the logo. Smith, back out. Zolman. Down low into the hand of Robertson. Goes around. Hupfer can't finish. Arabians clear it.
Just some great defense here early from Pendleton Heights, not allowing any shots to get up.
Trout back to Baldwin. Baldwin bounces over to Casey Warfel. Now to Trout, far corner. Trout looking into the hands of Warfel. Zips it over, back to Trout. Now down low, Hupfer gets it, finishes. Not much you can do there. Hupfer up to 7 early.
Yeah, I'm expecting a big night from Ada, seeing as they don't really have anyone to match her height down low.
Arabians off to a hot start, up 11 zip. 4 minutes and 30 seconds to play in the first quarter. Smith, one-handed pass to White, right back to Smith. Ism, over. Corner 3, missed by Smith. Fight for the board. Hupfer has to rip it away from a Muncie Central Bearcat. Arabians now on the other end. Warfel tried to drive baseline, but a good defensive play there from Douglas, the senior, and forced it out of bounds. So Casey Warfel with the turnover. Muncie Central will get it back as they're bringing in 3 new players. Kayla Morrison will enter in for the Arabians. Pendleton Heights leading 11-0. 4 minutes to play in the first.
Yeah, and a very quick start for Pendleton Heights. Offensively, a lot of turnovers, but I think you can definitely work into smoother offensive flow.
Robertson tried to get it down low, missed, but an offensive board for the Bearcats. They're going to reset. Bearcats bench wanted a foul. Robertson tries it again, just chucks it up. Hits the top of the backboard, and he's yelling at the bench saying, I don't know what to do there. She's 6'3". So that'll be another turnover for Muncie Central. I mean, maybe a turnover. I guess they might call that a shot. I mean, I guess it was a shot, but it didn't even hit the backboard. It flew over the backboard. So
yeah, I think Ada had something to do with that.
Yeah.
I mean, her 6'3" height and her long arms just kind of maybe pushed it upwards.
Hupfer gets on the low block, back outside to Baldwin. Drains the triple. Baldwin sinks it from downtown. 14-0. Arabians up. 3 minutes to play.
Yeah, she's kind of gone scoreless in her past few games.
A foul. Got a foul here for the Arabians. Their first. This will be Skylar Baldwin. Muncie Central now going to the line for 2 shots. First one up and good. It'll be the first point of the game for Muncie Central. 14-1 now as Emma Roberts will check in for Baldwin. Second one up, no good. Hupfer pulls in the board.
Yeah, I mean, when you don't have anyone tall enough to take Ada on down to the post, she's just going to get rebounds all night. Coming off of a 14-rebound outing against Noblesville as well.
Roberts left a wing. Bounce pass to the free throw line. Jones with it. Back outside. Casey, wide open 3. No good. Morrison with the offensive rebound. Misses. Hupfer gets it. Misses again. This time Muncie Central hauls in the board. Lost it out of bounds. Muncie Central yet another turnover in that one. Arabians didn't have to do much. Not much contest. It was just simply lost the handling on it, and the Arabians are going to get it back, leading 14-1 with 2 minutes and 30 seconds to play in the first.
Yeah, and I think you can really see the turnovers are starting to get into the Bearcats' heads. I mean, they just got to find their rhythm.
Jones to Warfel. She lost it. Got tripped there. But gets it on the steal. No basket, but the foul called. Warfel will go to the line for 2 free throws here. New Pal won the 6 o'clock game here this evening against Greenfield Central. Beat them. So that'll be the next opponent for either Muncie Central or Pendleton Heights, whoever wins this one. Warfel sinks the first free throw.
Yeah, and I think for Pendleton Heights, they really want to get to that next round to play New Palace. They did fall to them earlier in the season, 52-48. And not only that, they lost the Hoosier Heritage to them this season.
Kayla Robertson going to check in for Muncie Central. Casey Warfel misses on the second free throw and a foul. It came in late. She did kind of reach at it. And then she was starting to back off, and then the whistle came. But that'll be her first. Second for the Arabians, and Muncie Central will inbound here as they're attacking left or right. No one's there. Chucked it to nobody. Muncie Central, another turnover on kind of a silly mistake that the Arabians didn't have to do much. Pendleton Heights now leads 15-1. Muncie Central implementing a half-court press. Arabians unfazed. Warfel high-stepping, finishing at the rim. Her signature move there. Pendleton Heights leading 17-1 now.
Yeah, I mean, you really just can't let Casey get into the post like that. She'll torment you all night.
And John Harrell had Pendleton Heights winning this game by over 70 points. Now, heading into that, I thought it might be a bit out there, but so far, I mean, 17-1, Pendleton Heights leading, and another Muncie Central turnover with 1:30 to play in the first. That score is no longer seeming too out of reach.
Yeah, Pendleton Heights, very good defensively, especially around the perimeter, but you add Ada in the post, it's very hard to score on them.
Roberts with it at the logo for the Arabians. Roberts rockets it over to Warfel. Cross-court pass to Jones, right wing. Down low to the right block. Here comes the double team. Hupfer still hitting it on the post hook. Hupfer now with 9, just a point away from her average. The Bearcats on the other end miss. Offensive rebound to the corner. Katie White airballs the 3. They'll get it back, though. Bearcats reloading. Conyers to the logo. 40 seconds to play. We'll see what Muncie Central wants to do here. Another 3 here for White in the corner. This one hits the rim, but rattles out. Rebounded, Pendleton Heights. Hupfer on the other end with it, left wing, dumps it off. A jumper. Casey Warfel misses it from the near elbow, but Hupfer gets the offensive board and the foul to follow suit. So we got 20 seconds to play. 19-1 for Pendleton Heights, as they will now inbound here baseline. 5 on the floor right now for the Arabians. Emma Roberts, Michaela Morrison, Casey Warfel, Olivia Jones, and Ada Hupfer, as Casey Warfel sinks the jumper from 18 feet out. 10 seconds to play in the quarter. Over and back. Not sure the numbers, but the turnovers are racking up for the Muncie Central, excuse me. Wouldn't surprise me if they're already nearing the double-digit mark here in the first quarter.
I think they're definitely past that.
Yeah. 6.5 seconds to play. Pendleton Heights leading by 20 in the first quarter and out of bounds. Casey Warfel threw it inbounds to Olivia Jones, who then dumped it off to Casey Warfel on the far sideline. It looks like Warfel thought she was a bit farther out than she actually was, as she was running up towards the basket. Stepped on the sideline. Muncie Central getting it back. 3 seconds to play. Hits the top of the backboard. Warfel from half court. Off the front rim. No good. That'll do it for our first quarter. Absolute dominance from the Arabians, leading 21-1. We're going to take a quick break. Second quarter up next on the Arabian Sports Network. 91.7 WEEM.
Some see a student athlete working on a shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Some see a student athlete working hard in the weight room. We see a future leader learning there are no shortcuts to success. Some see a start to a swim meet. We see the starting blocks for life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Detour Salon and Style, 1816 East 53rd Street in Anderson, 765-400-5323, or detoursalonandstyle.com. Detour Salon and Style.
Broadcasting from the WEEM studios, underwritten by Community Hospital Anderson, this is the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM Pendleton.
Back to Lady Arabian basketball on the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM.
We welcome you back here to the Arabian Sports Network. If you're just tuning in alongside Michael Hooker, I'm Dawson Perrell. If you're just tuning in, Arabians dominating over the Muncie Central Lady Bearcats here in the first round of the sectional. Score entering our second quarter, 21-1. Pendletonites leading. We're already underway here in the second. Muncie Central started with it. We got a foul here early from Casey Warfel. Her second. Of course, still plenty of time to play, so she's got to watch herself with 2 early fouls. That'll be the first, of course, for the Arabians this quarter. Muncie Central will keep possession as they inbound just in front of the Arabians bench near sideline. Another turnover here. That was Push who threw it straight into the Arabians player there. So Arabians will get it back, leading 21-1. An open 3. Maybe Trout missed it. 5 for the board, goes out of bounds. The ref waiting for the signal, and they're going to say this stays here with the Arabians. Mamie Trout looks like will come in to inbound just underneath the basket. Trout gets it to Warfel. Warfel, baseline J. Missed it. Looks like might have got tipped. A jump ball on the rebound. Nice job by Mamie Trout and Douglas fighting for it. So jump ball, possession arrow favoring the Arabians. So Pendletonites will keep it here, going to the left. Bree Perry will inbound. Perry lobbing it up high. Warfel receives top of the key. Fadeaway jumper from the free throw line. Hits the backboard and nothing else. Rebounded there by Push and the Bearcats.
Yeah, I mean, the Arabians still trying to assert their aggression here, even with a 20-point lead in the second quarter.
Isom over to the corner. Looks like it'll be out of bounds here. They're going to say it was last touched by the Arabians. It looks like it got poked out.
That's a foul.
No, foul. Yeah, excuse me. That was Ada Hupfer on the foul. That'll be her first, or Arabian's second. Harvey gets it off of the inbound. A 3 here, off the mark, hits the back iron, too strong. Baldwin with the rebound, coast to coast. Baldwin gets it. Baldwin took that, pulled in the board, and went off running with it. Arabians now lead 23-1. Down low, shot, no good. Hupfer pulls in the rebound. Arabians on a 2-on-1. Casey Warfel try to get the pass. Arabians go up with it. And a foul here, a foul on the shot. Casey Warfel will shoot 2. It was Ada Hupfer and Casey Warfel on the fast break. Hupfer tried to get it to Casey Warfel, but wasn't the best pass there as Douglas just kind of jumped in front of it. Arabians got it back, though, and Casey Warfel will go to the line for a pair.
Yeah, I mean, the Arabians not slowing down defensively, offensively. They're just keeping their foot on the gas, trying to build up as big of a margin as they can for this game.
Casey misses the first. There in that first quarter, Ada Hupfer, Casey Warfel tied for scoring for the Arabians. Warfel had 9 and Hupfer had 9.
And honestly, I expected more points from to Ada there in that first quarter, seeing as they don't really have anyone tall enough to guard her. But I guess she's getting double and triple teamed there in the post.
Warfel cashes out on the second free throw. She hits double digits. The Arabians now lead 23 points. A double dribble. Another turnover there for Muncie Central. By the way, they had 8 turnovers as a team there in that first half. Now up to 10. That was their 10th, so.
That was their official 10th?
I think so.
I think that was more.
Well, I know they had 8 in the first quarter. I'm looking at the stats here, and I thought that was the second here in the second quarter, if I'm correct. Okay. Baldwin in the corner, running around with it, tried to get it to Hupfer. Hupfer wasn't really expecting the low pass. It was picked off. Muncie Central on the fast break. Douglas, shot fake, gets it up, no good. Fight for the board is stripped away by Bree Perry and the Arabians. Baldwin, slow things down here. Get a play set up.
Yeah, and you can see the speed that Pendleton Heights has, just outrunning the Bearcats in transition, even when they have the ball.
Turnover by the Arabians. Baldwin tried to get it down low to Perry, but Casey Warfel picks it off. Arabians on the fast break yet again. Warfel finishes at the hoop for 2. Arabians in that first half with a very, very impressive 14 points off turnovers there. Hupfer will get the miss. Arabians back on offense now. 3. Casey Warfel left it short. Gets it back. Warfel dumps off. Bree Perry with the open jumper. Swirls at home. We got a timeout. Coach Rogers wants to give the girls a quick breather. We'll take a quick break with them. You're listening to the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM.
At first, just leaving the house was hard.
But Wounded Warrior Project helps you realize it's possible to get out there.
To feel a sense of camaraderie again.
To find the tools to live life better.
Through generous community support, we've connected warriors and their families with no-cost physical and mental health services, legislative advocacy, career assistance, and life skill training for 20 years. And we're just getting started.
91.7 WEEM.
We welcome you back here to the Arabian Sports Network. 28-1. Our score, Pendleton Heights leading with 4 minutes and 40 seconds to play in the first half. So far, it's been domination for the Arabians on both sides of the floor, have been forcing turnovers left and right. And on top of that, well, I guess due to that, they've been getting easy buckets on the offensive end. As we come back from the break, Muncie Central with it. A deep 2 here is missed. That was Isom with the jumper. Arabians recover.
Yeah, I mean, defensively, just not letting them get any breathing room offensively for the Bearcats.
Hupfer got it down low, worked the mismatch, and cashed out on the 2 points. Hupfer up to 11. There's a shot here. Chloe Push knocking it down. Pugh. Chloe Pugh gets the first actual field goal for Muncie Central off of a very uncomfortable and irregular shot there, but hey, they'll take it. Arabians on the other end. It'll go out of bounds. Last touch, Muncie Central. Still stay down here to the left. 32-3, that is. Pendleton Heights leading with 3 minutes and 35 seconds to play in the second. Winner goes on to face New Pal in the second round of sectionals. That'll be on Friday. Casey Warfel going up high, then finishing down low. Warfel showing off the moves and showing why she is an all-state player. A travel by Muncie Central. This one is Ism there. As Aubrey Warfel will check in for Ada Hupfer.
I'm pretty sure Ada already has a double-double in this first half.
Let's
Or
see.
close to it.
She has 7 rebounds in the first quarter.
She's gotten at least 3 in this quarter. So
So I think you might be right.
I think I'm right.
Olivia Jones for 3, rattles in and out. Aubrey Warfel pulls on the offensive rebound. It's poked out of bounds by Ism. So this will stay down here with the Arabians. Emma Roberts will inbound in front of the Muncie Central bench. Here to our left. Casey Warfel gets it off of the inbound. Went up. No good. Got it right back. Missed it again. Conyers gets the board for the Bearcats, and Muncie Central back on offense going left to right. An open 3. Smith misses it. Jones recovers. Arabians. And yet another quick offensive transition. They'll slow things down, though. Casey Warfel to the rack for 2.
I mean, Casey just really not letting up, getting her way offensively.
34-3, Pendletonites leading. Pugh. Top of the key. Swinging it around, driving. Blocked. Aubrey Warfel rejects it. But Muncie Central gets it right back, and Ism with a jumper from the near elbow. Nothing but net. So now 5 points for the Bearcats. Arabians on offense. Michaela Morrison missing the shot from the low block. 2 players hitting the deck here for the rebound, and it's another jump ball. Announcer said Pendletonites basketball.
The arrow's pointing to Muncie Central.
No, it should be Pendletonites because that
we
first
got
quarter.
the last jump ball.
No, but that was in the first quarter. It swishes in the quarters.
But we started the ball.
Maybe that jump ball. Well, never mind. It'll be Pendleton ball either way. They'll get the steal off of the inbound. Olivia Jones misses the deep 2-pointer, and Muncie Central rebounds. Caden Smith with a nice move down low. Finds the bottom of the net. 34-7 now. Muncie Central getting some offense going here. Definitely going to have to get it going a lot more, but it's something. Casey Warfel misses air balls even. The jumper, and nice hustle from Michaela Morrison. Grabbing the board, trying to save it, and in the process, knocked it off of a Muncie Central player out of bounds. So Pendletonites will keep possession. Casey Warfel inbounding.
Yeah, and I think they might be trying to set up a play.
Jones thought about the jumper, doesn't take it, instead takes a step up, misses the shot. Aubrey Warfel right there for the rebound. She's fouled. No good yet again, but the freshman Warfel will go to the line for 2 shots. Now Aubrey Warfel here covering her a little bit. Beginning of the year, she didn't get many minutes at all in varsity, that is, and she's kind of worked her way up, and I'd say in these last couple games she's been not only has she getting minutes, but she's been a key player, I would go so far to say. I mean, only as a freshman, following in her sister Casey's footsteps as she sinks the first free throw, and yeah, she's averaging only 1.8 points a game, but I mean, she's shown a lot of potential, and I think Coach Rogers is definitely looking at her as someone that could kind of develop into a very, very good ball handler and very good scorer in her upperclassman years.
Well, yeah, and I mean, even on junior varsity, she was putting up 20 points a game.
A push. Aubrey Warfel fouls. She doesn't agree with the call, but this one will be all on the floor. This is her first. Arabian's second. No, third, I was about to say.
It's flipped on the scoreboard, I would guess.
Yeah, it is a little tough to get used to because Pendletonites, although playing on Joe Buck Court at Pendletonites High School, on the scoreboard they are read as the guest. Which, I mean, technically this is supposed to be a neutral side, but...
I mean, yeah, technically, but...
It's going to be a turnover here once again on Muncie Central, an offensive foul. Illegal screen on Robertson, the sophomore, her third, as she'll get subbed out. Kayla Conyers coming in for her. Team foul number 3 as well for the Bearcats. 36-7, Pendletonites leading with a minute to play in the first half. Roberts over to Warfel, left wing to her sister, Aubrey Warfel, top of the key, 3, too strong, smacks off the back iron. pulled in by Muncie Central on the rebound. On the other end, that was Conyers who tried to go all the way to the rack. Got smacked out of her hands before she could get up a shot by Casey Warfel. Out of bounds, last touch, Arabians. Conyers will inbound baseline. Try to get it to Smith at the top of the key. Smacked off of her foot. Fight for the ball. It's going to be a jump ball. That was Michaela Morrison and Smith with the wrestle on the ground for it. Possession arrow favors Pendletonites this time, so Arabians will get it back, going right to left, leading 36-7 with 47.8 seconds to play in the first half. Pardon me.
Yeah, they lead by 29. Big margin for Pendletonites right now.
Roberts, bounce pass to Aubrey Warfel. Kicks it over. Michaela Morrison, cross-court pass to Roberts. Tries the three from the left wing, in and out. But she gets it off with a steal right back. Misses on the layup, and a late foul coming in. So Emma Roberts will now go to the line for 2 shots. And Muncie Central, they need to take their time. I've seen this way too many times in this game where they get a rebound and they're so hasty with it. You just got to take a deep breath, check out what's happening, check your surroundings before making that first pass, because, man, it wouldn't surprise me if half of the Arabian steals have come before Muncie Central's even crossed half court.
Yeah, I mean, part of that is Pendleton Heights. They're just one of the better defensive teams in the state. I mean, Casey Warfel averaging about 7 steals a game. Skylar Baldwin up there with about 3. Olivia Jones with about 3. So really, it's hard to not get the ball stolen away from you against this team.
Emma Roberts goes 1 for 2. A 3 ball on the other end. Smacks off of the backboard. Attempted by Smith. 10 seconds to play. Arabians a rebound. They get it right back. Muncie Central does, it is. 3 seconds now. Casey Warfel going all the way to the hoop. Got it at the buzzer. Count it. That'll do it for our first half. Arabians winning 39-7. Led by a very impressive Casey Warfel performance. She has 18, if I am correct, there in that first half. But with that being said, we're going to take a short break. When we come back, Ryan Davis was able to sit down with junior wrestler Max Bowers here at Pendleton High. So that'll be up next after the pause here in the Arabian Sports Network halftime show, 91.7 WEEM.
91.7 WEEM is looking for advertisers for our video sports streaming. Be a part of the Arabian Sports Network's video broadcasting, bringing football as well as boys and girls basketball to the Pendleton community and beyond. Averaging over 100 views in the first year, WEEM's video streaming will only grow. And here's your chance to get in on the ground floor. For more information, contact Christian Harmon and become a part of the Arabian Sports Network. 91.7 WEEM.
Welcome to tonight's halftime show. I'm Ryan Davis, and joining me here is Max Bowers of the Pendletonites boys varsity wrestling team. How's it going, Max?
It's going really well. We had a good weekend, and I'm ready to keep it going.
So sectionals was this past weekend, as you just said, and a lot of you guys made it out. So what is it like to have this many teammates going with you to regionals?
It was really awesome. We had, like I said, a very good weekend, and I'm excited to bring a lot of my teammates, my friends with me to regionals.
So how will you guys prepare for regionals?
With this week, we'll be practicing pretty hard, shorter practices, but we'll be more intense, and we'll be just perfecting each one of our techniques, and we'll be more personal this week.
So what does a daily practice look like for you guys?
We go through a warm-up, and then it's a lot of drilling and moving, and then we normally end with about 15 to 20 minutes of just live wrestling, just kind of figuring out what we're about to do in our upcoming match.
So how big of a difference is sectionals compared to regionals?
Sectionals is a pretty easy tournament for us, and regionals bumps it up a lot. I'm going to be honest. We have a pretty tough regional, and it's going to be a slap in the face for a lot of us when we get there, but we're ready.
So what is your pregame routine before every match?
So I've got my playlist that I always listen to, and about 3 or 4 matches before mine, I'll start walking around, getting warmed up. My headgear will be on. I'll talk to my coaches, And one of the things that I always do is I always pray before my matches to make sure I'm all ready.
So how much of wrestling is mental as is physical?
It's 70% mental. Obviously, you need strength, you need technique, you need all of that. But if I'm not having a good day mentally, I can lose to somebody that I would pin on another day. It really is a lot of mental.
What's your favorite gym to wrestle at?
So Newcastle has such an amazing field house to wrestle at. They've got an amazing mats that they always bring in, and it feels really awesome. It feels like I'm in like a Pacers stadium where there's thousands of people watching me, and it's really awesome to have that kind of feeling, you know what I mean?
So my name is Ella Bitar. I've been painting for not that long. I've done art my whole life. I've always been doing drawing since I was a little girl. I have a little book at my house of like tiny little drawings from when I was a kid. So I've always been an art kid. I've always known it. But I only started painting like a year ago, my first semester of my junior year. So this painting, the original thing started off, last quarter of my second semester junior year. I really wanted to do a big painting. I was like, I want to do a painting or a mural. I originally thought I'd be painting like directly on the walls, but we decided we'd make it like detachable so we can move it around or whatever. I wanted to make something that would, first of all, be inspiring and something nice to look at, something pretty, something that kind of spruces up the hallways a little bit. I chose a horse because we're Arabians, and I thought that no matter who you are, what you look like, we can all relate to this mascot that defines our school. I wanted to do kind of like a horse that represents the student body, people, us, looking out onto a vast landscape of our future, kind of expressing the idea of there's so many possibilities and so many ways that we can take ourselves. I wanted to do some pretty clouds and a decent landscape because if there's one thing that we have good in Indiana, it's our sunsets. So this mural painting has kind of been all over the place. Started off, we had to build the canvas. I didn't build the canvas, or like the frame for the canvas. I didn't build it. I think the construction class built it. So kind of a time crunch. We attached the canvas to the frame, primed it, everything. And then I went in and started tracing outlines, so I kind of just did an outline of the clouds and where I wanted the horizon line, which originally was like up here. I've lowered it quite a bit, and I'm going to lower it even more. So lots to be done. To me, this mural means a way to inspire others. If there's one thing that I could get from this mural, it would be the ability to impact other people positively. And of course, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Like, you can interpret it however way you want to, but if it could make somebody feel happier or, just more, positive or anything, to me, that would be super meaningful. Like, if I can impact somebody else positively, if I can change somebody else's perspective on something, I think that would be the most meaningful to me.
Some see a student athlete working on a shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Some see a student athlete working hard in the weight room. We see a future leader learning there are no shortcuts to success. Some see a start to a swim meet. We see the starting blocks for life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
91.7 WEEM delivers the best variety of songs, news, and is student-run. We produce imaging pieces, live broadcast, content, podcasts, and more. Our students work hard every day to improve our station. You can support our station by following us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. Be sure to also tune into the radio, 91.7 WEEN, on air, online, and on demand.
Hi, my name is Layla Reef. I'm the director of the social media department here at Wayne, and we have 5 different social media platforms that we're on. So my job is to manage all of the content that we're posting and overview the staff and kind of help them out with whatever they're working on.
To combine the sports and social media department, I work on game day promos you see on our social media, and I also do interviews.
My favorite thing about being in the social media department is working on the various projects that go towards our social media pages.
I go down onto the courts and fields and get videos of all of our players playing their games and then compile them into a highlight video for our Instagram.
Social media is definitely something I see myself doing in the future just because I love what I do.
Hey, how are you doing today? Thanks for doing this interview today. We're going to go into the production room. Go ahead and sit down. This won't take long, just a few questions. Ready? Welcome to Wayne Weekly. I'm your host, Emily Pulley, and today we have the mascot with us. So starting off today, what animal are you? You're not really answering my questions, but let's keep going. Do you enjoy being the mascot? Are you even going to be able to answer any of my questions? What's the point of this interview anyway? Get out.
WEEM. Donate today at 917weem.org. Again, that is 917weem.org. Back to Lady Arabian basketball on the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM.
Welcome you back here to Joe Buck Court at Pendleton Heights High School. As we get started here in the second half, Muncie Central with possession now going right to left. Pendleton Heights leading, though, opening up the third quarter 39-7. They force a dominating 16 turnovers there in that first half. They're going to be hoping to continue that here in the second. Conyers, baseline drive, threw it straight to Skylar Baldwin. Arabians pick it off. Baldwin, fast break, coast to coast, count it, and the foul. Baldwin with the and one play. She'll go to the line to see if she can convert with the one free throw.
Yeah, and in the past couple seasons, Skylar Baldwin, offensively, she really hasn't been like the best shooter in the world this year. 31% from three and 67% from the free throw line. She is majorly improved for her senior season, and it's really showing here.
Baldwin can't get the and one free throw to fall. Eisem on the other end for Muncie Central. Back out. Zolman threw it straight to Ada Hupfer. Arabians with another steal. Hupfer, corner, bounce pass to Baldwin. Tried to find Mamie Trout on the left wing. Too weak of a pass, and it was picked off. Missed the layup. But crashing the board. Muncie Central getting 2 points there. So 41-9 there now. Minute deep here in this third quarter. Hupfer, hands off to Warfel. Jumper from the free throw line, sinked it.
20 for her. She's just having such a great night, and I could definitely see her going for another 30-plus point game.
Picked off. Mamie Trout predicted the pass. Now on the fast break, Trout fouled. Count that baby. And the foul. She'll go to the line for the N1 bucket. That was Zolman there with the foul.
I mean, Pendleton Heights' dominance just continues now up to, I believe, a 36-point lead, pending 37 with the Mamie Trout free throw.
Trout, 86% free throw shooter, sinks it, converts on the N1 play. Arabians up now 46-9. Muncie Central on the other end. Chloe Pugh pulls up for three. Misses. Hupfer gets the rebound.
I think she's got her double-double now.
Yeah, I think she does. If she didn't before, she definitely does now. Hupfer, a double-double. Baldwin chucks it up high. Hupfer pulls it in. Over to Trout in the corner. Swings it around. Back to Baldwin, top of the key, finds a wide open Bree Perry who misses the layup. Rebounded there by Harvey. Muncie Central now the other way with it. White, baseline, backs it out to Pugh. Pugh chucks up a shot. If you can even call that a shot. Rebounded Perry. Baldwin. Bad pass, but it's recovered. Over to the corner now, Hupfer with it. Bounce pass to Baldwin. She got foul bumped there pretty hard. That was Pugh, I do believe, there with the personal foul. Scoreboard reads one foul. That should be three. Shouldn't be three team fouls?
No.
Those are 2 and 1s. There's definitely 3 team fouls, but
yeah.
This will be the second on Chloe Pugh.
Yeah, there's 3 team fouls. I think so.
Hupfer. Swinging around, driving. Misses on the tough layup. Rebounded Muncie Central. Lost it out of bounds. That was Douglas. Well, didn't lose it, but it was kicked out of bounds by Skylar Baldwin and Pendleton Heights. So this will stay down here with the Bearcats. Pugh gets it off to the inbound. 46-9 our score. Pendleton Heights leading. Pugh, tough shot. No dice, and it'll go out of bounds. Last touch here, once again, Arabian, so it'll stay once again with Muncie Central. Emma Roberts and Olivia Jones entering for Skylar Baldwin and Mamie Trout. Arabians making their first substitution in the second half. And there is a running clock. The clock was definitely running there.
No.
Yeah, look at it.
Oh, it is running.
Yeah, it's a running clock here.
Maybe it's 35.
Maybe they up it for sectionals. We were talking about this before the game.
Yeah.
About, like, is there a running clock for sectionals? And I guess there is.
Regular season's 20.
Yeah. My guess is it's like must be 35 or 30 or something.
That's what I just said.
Okay. 46-9. Pendleton Heights leading with 3 minutes and 38 seconds to play. We got a no good shot here from Chloe Pugh. She was fouled, though, so she'll go to the line for 2 shots. This foul will go against Bree Perry, her first and the first for the Arabians here in the third quarter. Taking a look here at our other game, our first game here on this Wednesday evening against New Pal and Greenfield Central. Whoever wins this one will go on to play New Pal. New Pal won that game 42-35. The leading scorer for the Dragons was Allison Blum. She had 13. 8 rebounds, had 4 fouls there. Remember, she picked up some late in the game, but stayed in it, and New Pal pulled away with the win in a tight one.
Yeah, and Greenfield playing from behind in that entire game, I feel. Led in that first half, but then just kind of lost it there in that second half.
Second one up and good for Pugh. Muncie Central hits double digits for points, 46-10. 3 minutes and 20 seconds to play in the third quarter. Jones with it at the logo, fires over to Morrison, right back to Jones. Jones looking, Guarded by White. Back out. Hupfer, top of the key to a Jones. Left wing three. Left it short, but an offensive rebound by Hupfer. Hupfer working down low. Gets up a shot. Misses. Rebounded Muncie Central. It's Katie White who pulls on the board, but it's picked off. Arabians steal it. Casey Warfel sinks home the layup. 46-10. Arabians lead.
It's 48.
48-10. Excuse me. Chloe Pugh fouled hard on a drive to the basket. It'll be on the floor, though.
Yeah, tried to drive around Ada there, but just kind of tried to run right through her.
This is Ada Hupfer's second personal and the second team foul for the Arabians in the quarter. Harvey will enter the game for the Lady Bearcats now. Subbing out Robertson. Pugh gets it off of the inbound. Gets up a shot. In and out. Board picked up by Michaela Morrison and the Arabians. Morrison, the other way. She traveled with it. Hesitated. Kind of chopped her feet. This will go right back to Muncie Central. Arabians had 9 team turnovers there in that first half, and that's another thing that Coach Rogers, that number is decently high. Like, you don't want that number high against any team, let alone a team you're beating by 38 points. Scratch that. Pugh hits a three. Muncie Central gets their first three of the game. Casey Warfel quickly the other way with it. Count the basket and the foul yet again. Arabians with the and one play. That's a third of the quarter. This time it's Warfel. So she'll go to the line for a shot. Robertson checking right back in from Muncie Central, subbing out Harvey. So Warfel now at the line for one free throw. It's up and good.
Has her average.
Just under a minute to play in the third quarter. 51-13, Pendletonites leading. Pugh drives left side, blocked. Ada Hupfer sends the shot back. Gets the rebound as well, and a hard foul. That was Thomas there. Tried to rip it out of Hupfer's hands. This is team foul 4? Yeah, team foul 4. So just one away, put in the bonus, but now just under 30 seconds of play. I doubt they'll do that. Roberts inbounding. Gets over to Warfel. Warfel shot fakes and finishes at the rim.
Yeah, just another great night for Casey. Up to 27 just here in this third quarter alone.
10 seconds to play. Pugh throws up a shot. Misses. Hupfer gets the rebound. 3 seconds. 2. That'll do it for our third quarter. Pendletonites leading 53-13. Continuing the dominating against Muncie Central in the first round of sectionals. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, fourth quarter play on the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM.
This presentation of the Arabian...
Some see a student athlete working on a shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Some see a student athlete working hard in the weight room. We see a future leader learning there are no shortcuts to success. Some see a start to a swim meet. We see the starting blocks for life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
The Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM.
We welcome you back here to Pendleton Heights High School. If you're just tuning in alongside Michael Hooker, I'm Dawson Perrell. Arabians leading over Muncie Central in the first round of sectionals, 53-13, as we resume play here in the fourth. Pendletonites with possession. So far in that, and really the entirety of this game, Pendletonites was dominating mostly on the defensive end, and that's translating into offensive success. And the Arabians haven't necessarily been shooting too well, at least when it comes to set offensive plays. And along with that, Arabians have been turning over the ball a decent amount. Has 10 team turnovers. Then again, 9 of those came in the first half, so they're doing a lot better in the second half. Specifically the third quarter. Take that back, though, of course, as I'm talking about it. They get a turnover, so. Yeah. Pendletonites now with 11 team turnovers there, as Muncie Central will get it back early in the fourth. A shot. Missed. That one attempted from Katie White. Rebounded Arabians. Aubrey Warfel, who checked in there at the end of the third with it. Walking it up. Gets it over to Roberts. Roberts fires over. Back to Warfel. Aubrey Warfel, that is. Driving left side. Misses the shot, but she's fouled. Warfel will go to the line for 2 shots.
Yeah, I think just frustration kind of setting in for Muncie Central. Haven't had the best season, and tonight just not playing their best game.
Yeah, Muncie Central entered the game at 2-19. Or 1-9 at home, or 1-9 on the road, 1-10 at home. Ada Huffer gets it off of the inbound from Olivia Jones. Shot blown off, she traveled. Turnover by the Arabians. Muncie Central gets it back. Douglas over to Conyers, now down low. Robertson trying to work on Huffer. Got a shot up, but smacked off of the rim. Roberts over to Aubrey Warfel for 3. Bang! Aubrey Warfel sink it in the triple ball. She's up to 5. Arabians lead now 56-13. 6 minutes to play in the fourth. Robertson had it stripped, but it's picked back up by Douglas. A 3 on the way. No good. White misses. And a foul, a frustration foul from Robertson. 2-4. Now coming up to the scorers table, Chloe Jones and Mamie Trout. So as I was mentioning there in the third quarter, gonna be seeing some play here from the Lady Arabians. They usually don't get minutes. Of course, Chloe Jones, she got in there on the senior night. As well as some other moments in the season, that is varsity, and she'll sub out Emma Roberts. So 5 on the floor right now for the Arabians: Aubrey Warfel, Chloe Jones, Michaela Morrison, Mamie Trout, and Ada Hupfer. Hupfer at the point, guarded by Conyers. Hands off, Trout for 3, rattles in and out.
So close.
Rebounded Pugh. Muncie Central the other way. Pugh, Euro stepping, got the foul. This is a shooting foul, so Pugh will go to the line for 2 shots. So this will be Mamie Trout with her first. The Arabians first of the fourth.
And Pugh with over half of Muncie Central's points. She got 7.
The first one up and good. So for the Arabians, I think at this point, it's safe to say that they're going to advance and play New Pal in the second round of the sectionals. Of course, 56-14. Pendletonites leading on a running clock. So look at New Pal, right? You saw them in the regular season, and you unfortunately lost to them. That was over at New Pal on the 12th of January. They lost 52-48. And New Pal, of course, a very, very tough team. They're physical. It's going to be a tough battle. And the Arabians are going to have to be on their A game if they want their season to continue. Of course, last year they got to the second round before getting eliminated by Mount Vernon. Let's hear Pugh misses her first shot, gets the miss, misses the second, gets another miss, and it's stripped away by Mamie Trout. Arabians the other way. Got a jump here. So go with the Bearcats. So as I was mentioning with New Pal, it's going to be a tough game for the Arabians. It would have been tough if Greenfield Central and New Pal won. But I think the Arabians definitely have the abilities to win that game. They were projected to win against New Pal heading into that one midway through January. But again, it's not going to be easy, and it's going to be a test for the Arabians. And if you win that, then you're most likely going to have to go play Mount Vernon. Mount Vernon and Richmond are facing on the other side of the bracket in the semifinal round. And Mount Vernon projected to win that. So say Mount Vernon sees Pendleton Heights in the sectional. I mean, that's who you eliminated. That's who eliminated you last year. That's your rivals. So these next two games for the Arabians, either way, are going to be tough. We got a nice shot here from Caden Smith in Muncie Central. She sinks it. Now 3 minutes to play. Arabians leading 56-16. Chloe Jones driving outside. Resetting here. Warfel. Aubrey Warfel, that is. Spinning, loses it, turns it over. Pugh, fast break. Got it stripped. Chloe Jones gets it back. Kayla Morrison is going to slow things down here. Hands off to Aubrey Warfel. It's going to be a turnover here for Pendleton Heights. Muncie Central will get it back.
Yeah. And Coach Rogers putting in some of the JV players, one of which, Claire Sorrells, has played JV most of the season, gotten to dress here towards the got to dress for varsity there towards the halfway point, now getting some action here tonight.
Harvey, top of the key. Hands off to Conyers. Conyers, a wild shot. No good. Gets her miss. Back outside. Pugh with the open jumper from 15 feet out. No good. Rebounded Arabians. 2 minutes to play now. Pendleton Heights leading by 40 in the first round of sectionals. Travel. Another turnover by the Arabians. But entering the game here, nope, we got a full timeout. Full timeout for Muncie Central. We're going to take a quick break with them. 56-16, minute 49 to play in the fourth. Arabians leading in the first round of sectionals on the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM.
Window Warrior Project helped me find the strength to go further than I ever thought possible.
I was able to come out of my shell and really connect with others.
So I can feel like part of a team, part of the community again.
It's possible to live better.
It's possible to have a voice and to be heard.
To feel understood.
To find peace.
Because I've experienced firsthand that anything is possible.
91.7 WEEM.
We welcome you back here to the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM. If you're just tuning in alongside Michael Hooker, I'm Dawson Perrell. Scoreboard reads 56-16. Pendleton Heights leading over Muncie Central here in the first round of the sectionals. A minute 49 left to play in the fourth. So Pendleton Heights will advance. They will face New Pal in the second round. That'll be on Friday, 7:30. First game will be Richmond and Mount Vernon. That'll be at 6 o'clock, and then whoever wins that one, or those two games, will go on to play in the championship. That one will be Saturday at 7:30, once again here at Pendleton Heights. And last year, you take a look at this sectional bracket. As I was mentioning, Pendleton Heights got eliminated by Mount Vernon in that second round. So they were looking for their revenge, that is, if they see Mount Vernon in that championship. But, I mean, first off, you got to get your revenge against New Pal. As I was mentioning earlier, New Pal beat the Arabians in the regular season. And the Arabians want to get the last laugh by eliminating them here at their home floor in a couple days. But for Muncie Central, again, you entered the game 2-9. You weren't favored. One thing I saw from the Lady Bearcats, I saw a lot of heart. They never really gave up. I think they're continuing to just try to get the ball in the basket. And no, that's something to say. I mean, most teams, I think majority of teams would kind of just give up, just kind of just play this thing out. But I don't think Muncie's, I'm seeing a lot of heart out here. Not necessarily saying they're making a comeback by any means, but they're definitely, the effort is there. That's what I'm definitely seeing.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, at this point, they're trying to play for pride, and try to end the season on somewhat of a good note.
Yeah. But at the line now for 2 shots, it is Conyers. No. Who's this? This is Ism. Still waiting on something. Not sure exactly. Oh, I see. Ism gets the second. Now a minute to play. Aubrey Warfel with it. Warfel loses it. Picked up by Ism. Fast break, Muncie Central. All the way to the rack. Ism misses, but a blocking foul. She'll go right back to the line for 2 shots.
And some time run off there.
But taking a look again just a bit more to that game against what we pretty much know is going to be Pendleton Heights versus New Pal on Friday in the second round of the sectionals. For Pendleton Heights, I think some things you got to focus on is your turnovers. I mean, again, you dominated tonight. You won by nearly 30 points. Might still be 30 points, or 40 points, excuse me. You definitely won by 30, but maybe even 40 points. So, but I think there were some things you got to work on. In New Pal, it's going to be nothing like this, right? It's going to be a lot closer of a game. And I think if you play the same way you did tonight against New Pal, in my opinion, you're losing that game. I mean, you had plenty of turnovers. Chloe Jones misses the 3. Really want her to score. You can hear the fans getting excited. It looks like she won't get the opportunity to as the clock winds down, but last second checking it down the court. So that'll do it. Final score 56-20. Pendleton Heights coming out on top over Muncie Central, advancing to the second round of the second round of the sectionals. Muncie Central ending their season on a bitter note. They dropped to 2-20, but for Pendleton Heights they advanced to 15-9. And again, they'll go on to play New Pal in that second round of sectionals this upcoming Friday in 2 days. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, Michael and I will break down the final stats here for tonight's game on the Arabian Sports Network postgame show, 91.7 WEEM.
Wounded Warrior Project helps post 9/11 veterans realize what's possible. With generous community support, we bring warriors together and empower them to become stronger, inside and out.
It's possible to begin healing, to get the help you need,
to find peace.
And as each warrior's needs evolve, so do we. Because these last 20 years are just the beginning.
This presentation of the Arabian
Wounded Warrior Project helps post 9/11 veterans
located at 395 South Heritage Way in Pendleton. Community
Wounded Warrior Project has been with me every step of my journey.
They've helped me realize it's possible to rise to the top again.
It's possible to get the help I need for me and my family.
It's possible to hang push-ups again.
To feel understood.
To begin healing both inside and out.
To feel like myself again.
And now I know anything is possible.